All right, we are gathering more insight on who this shooter is. Tyler Robinson, the man arrested for assassinating Charlie Kirk. Neighbors are speaking out. A former classmate is speaking out. It's providing insight on who this guy is. Classmate speaks. Classmate says he was a Reddit guy. Like to hang out on Reddit. Classmate says and blames the internet for what's going on. Neighbors are speaking about the family of Tyler Robinson. I've compiled a bunch of interviews here. I'm going to share with you so you can get some sort of take here on who this guy and his family is. I'll share it and then we'll further discuss. Check it out.
I went to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there. Tyler Robinson. I'm not trying to clout chase, make this shit about me. But I'm not going to say I knew this kid really well. I didn't know him very well at all. But I definitely saw him for 3 straight years in high school. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. I don't know. I feel like if you were in high school around that same time, and even probably now, 2018, and then those kinds of kids. But that's exactly what he was. All I'm going to say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online, and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please these people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously no joke.
I think that his family would be very hurt. I have a lot of sympathy for his family right now, his parents and his loved ones, that they have to really be hurting.
Can you hear me okay this morning?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Tyler. How well did you know him?
Tyler went to the school I was a head custodian at. I was at that school for 18 years. I know all 3 of his brothers also.
And one thing I want to ask you, is this something, I'm so sorry to cut you off, is this something consistent with who you know him to be?
No, no, the kid was smart, quiet. He never caused any problems.
Are you shocked by this?
It was a shock. Oh yes, I am shocked. Very shocked.
What can you tell him about us? What can you tell us about Tyler Robinson? You said you've known him for quite some time, as well as his siblings. Any kind of characteristics or anything that you could tell us and share about him?
You know what I know about Tyler is he was always very quiet. He was very smart. He had just a real mellow personality. Never caused any problems. He, like I said, he was smart and he kept to himself. And I don't know who his friends were as of now.
Is there any chatter in your neighborhood right now? I know you said you're shocked. Are neighbors having any conversation about Tyler?
Oh, yes, I'm sure. I haven't been out too much this morning. I've talked to a few people, but those people haven't lived here long enough. I've lived in the neighborhood for 16 years, just as long as they have. And I'm sure everybody in the neighborhood's shocked because most of these people have been here forever and know him as that kind of kid I did.
And has there been any activity at the family home this morning? We know there is a heavy police presence right now at Utah Valley University, but in your neighborhood, is it business as usual, pretty quiet, or is there an increased presence of law enforcement?
There's a little bit of law enforcement, a lot of news. The neighbors are out walking just to see. Their house is quiet, but their house is always really kind of busy on the weekends and early in the morning when they leave for school and work.
And Kristen, before we let you go, talk to us about, have you been following the Charlie Kirk shooting, the murder here at Utah Valley University, as the rest of not only the state but the nation, and then to find out this morning that in fact your neighbor Tyler Robinson was arrested in connection with this shooting? What are your thoughts as we go back from Wednesday to where we're at now?
I did watch the press on the shooting pretty much all that day. My grandson happened to be at that rally. And then this morning, my son texted me and said, "Hey, this is Tyler Robinson that lives 3 doors down." And I'm like, no, it can't be. And it was. And it's shocking. That's not who's in our neighborhood. And I feel for his mom. I love Amber. She's a great mom, and he has a great dad.
And Kristen, did you see the images that police had released yesterday, that the FBI had released, the photos of the suspect? What were your impressions when you saw that and to where we're at this morning?
Yeah, did you recognize him? Did you say, hey, that's Tyler?
Not in those pictures. I think he had covered his face well enough. But, I mean, I have their family photo on my phone, their new one, and I would have not noticed that that was him.
And Miss Kristen, I want to ask you this. You mentioned his mom, Amber, saying she's a great mom. You know, we know that Tyler right now is booked in the Utah County Jail. What message would you send to Tyler if you could say anything to him right now?
What social media were you on and what friends were you hanging around? Because I feel you can't come up with that on your own. I feel like there's some hate in this world, and it shouldn't be that way. And you need to reconcile.
And when you said your grandson, and make sure I'm saying this correctly, was at that rally at UVU, what goes through your mind when you think my grandson is there and my neighbor, you know, is a part of this, unfortunately, in a violent way?
Oh, I have mixed feelings. Mine is I'd rather it been, and this sounds sad, just him than a mass shooting.
Miss Kristen, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
I mean, we're more and more people showing up here. I actually found 2 residents here. You guys are both from Washington County area, and I just kind of pulled over. You guys showed up here earlier today, have been here for a little bit. Kind of talk to me about what it was like kind of finding out that something like this happened so close to where you guys live.
It was absolutely stunning. It was shocking, so unexpected. Not in St. George, you know.
Yeah.
Not in St. George.
Not in this tight community that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of talk to me. I mean, a lot of people, I think they said not in you said not in St. George, but up north, that's where the shooting happened and stuff. And to kind of see that the arrest was made here, he was able to travel all the way down. It's about a 4-hour drive from up there. Mm-hmm. Does it kind of shock you that an arrest was made here?
Absolutely, it shocks us.
Well, I can't believe with the FBI and the governor and Trump and everybody that was working on this, in 33 hours, they caught him. They figured out where he lived, but I never would have thought it would be anybody from here.
Yeah, this is a very conservative county.
Very conservative, yeah.
A lot of older people, a lot of families. You know, it just doesn't make sense to us.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. I have grown up here as well to see something like this happen, and it to be hit so close to home. Kind of talk to me. You guys said that, I mean, it's such a tight-knit community. Do you guys know who this person is, who the family is, and kind of anything about them?
I know nothing about them. Nothing.
Yeah. We just pulled up, and we talked to the lady down the street. And she was a school teacher, correct?
She'd been a school teacher.
And she taught them, and her kids grew up with him.
Yeah, she's seen the children since they were just little guys.
And she says that they had no clue that this was something that would have happened because of his personality. There was just nothing.
Nothing.
No
red flags,
no.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He was a good kid.
I mean, and they talked a lot about him getting very political just recently. So I think that a lot of people are shocked to hear this.
Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean,
it just doesn't happen in St. George. I mean, I don't even lock my doors at night. You know, because this is such a nice community, and it's family oriented, and it's elderly people, and it's just a nice community to live in. And to have something like this, to know that, now I don't live close by, but to have something like this, you know, a mile and a half away from me.
It doesn't fit the profile at all. Not at all.
No.
You said a mile and a half away from you was where the arrest was made. Does it worry you? You said you don't even lock your doors at home. That's kind of the community that this is. Going forward, after something like this happens here in southern Utah, in Washington City, is that something that's maybe going to change for you guys?
No, not at all. I'm from Atlanta, lived in Miami. I've always lived in a big city, so I've always been very cautious. Just the same, it's shocking, but it can happen anywhere, obviously.
Yeah, because I lived in San Jose, California for 40 years.
40 years, yeah.
And I mean, everything happened down there, but that's just not something that happens here. So I'm not going to be concerned here. No.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for.
Who is Tyler Robinson? Now, there is other publications that are putting out, like Former Friend Speaks says that he went far left from his teachings in school, but they don't identify former friends. So I'm only putting out thus far people that have actually come out of the woodwork. Neighbors, people that actually know him that are speaking on the record here, and we'll continue to pile out things on this guy. This guy sits in the Utah County Jail, no bond. Charges are coming, probably federally too. It appears like he'll be in court sometime on Thursday or Tuesday. We'll cover it on Tuesday for sure. But who is this guy? Apparently, you know, his parents, he lived with his parents. Parents taught him how to shoot guns, him and his other siblings, when they were younger, camping outdoors. Seems like the parents of him are conservative, it looks like. Father is not a sheriff. The Washington County Sheriff's Office put out a statement saying that that individual, Matt Robinson, is not the same Matt Robinson that is his father. Because people said, well, his dad's a sheriff or his dad retired. No, it doesn't appear that. So I don't know what the dad did for a living. Media is reporting mom is a social worker, but they are conservative. What happened here? Is he conservative? Did he go to college and start, you know, leaning towards the left? Or as the classmate said, Reddit, Discord, and just get indoctrinated for hate? A lot of, you know, the far left hate Charlie Kirk. You know, there's a lot of far left that have celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. I've seen a lot of Democrats or independents and Republicans. They don't support the death of Charlie Kirk. But far left activists, yeah, they do. It's out there. It's pretty sick that anyone would celebrate anyone's death, regardless of where you lean. But was he far left? Was he, or was he a Republican? Some people also say that he's a groyper, though they don't really. A groyper is like far right, saying that he's a groyper, and he did this because Charlie Kirk was so in the middle, like he's the middle Christian, and they wanted to be far right to take him out. But I haven't seen any evidence of that. Let me know what you think. We are digging in on this guy, the shooter. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Our thoughts and prayers are with Erica, his children, his family, friends, everyone. We'll see what happens here moving forward. We'll definitely cover the judicial process. I am JLR Investigates. Let me know what you think. Sub to the channel, hit the notification button. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.